Welcome to the Money Manifestation Mastery podcast with your host, Lara Waldman, where we talk all things money. Big money, big purpose, big power. Waking up your wealth for heart-centered business owners and entrepreneurs. In today's episode, we are going to help you rewire to receive. Receive the money, the business, the life that you truly desire. This is one of my favorite steps to money manifestation mastery, and it's very deep, and I can't wait to share this with you. Let's dive in. Rewire to receive is a very powerful and profound part of the money manifestation mastery process. It's deep, it's rich, and there is so much here for us to play with and explore, uncover, and discover. I'll talk about the concepts with you today, and then you're going to go out and put it to the test, to live it, to breathe it, to embody it, and start to understand what it means to truly receive what it is that you desire. To fully receive the money, the business, the lifestyle that you long for. It's a profound experience and one that you'll keep cycling with over and over again each time you cycle through a new level of understanding what Rewire to Receive truly means. So today we'll talk about the concept, and then I want you to go put it to the test and start really applying all of the steps I've been teaching you and sharing with you so that you can step into money manifestation mastery. Rewire to Receive is an essential step to becoming a money manifestation master. The challenge with it is the receiving process is happening in a blind spot. It's working with your unconscious, and it's waking up a part of you that is currently in the shadows. As in, there's a part of yourself that you need to connect to in order to activate your ability to receive. So bear with me, because your mind may not fully understand what we're talking about, but your body will. There'll be something inside of you that knows what this is. We're waking up a deep knowing, that wealthy wisdom within. It's aligned with your soul, it's aligned with your heart, it's aligned with your body, it's aligned with your great intelligence. But your mind may take a minute to get on board. So bear with you, bear with yourself, bear with me, and bear with this process as you start to open up to understand what Rewire to Receive truly means. It's one of those things that you will understand as you cycle through over and over again the steps to money manifestation mastery. And as you start to have the lived experience of it, you'll think, that's what Lara was talking about. Got it. And then there are deeper and deeper levels and layers of understanding what Rewire to Receive truly means. And it's incredibly profound and beautiful. It's a deep coming home to who you truly are, to life, to the riches of life and being alive. But we start with money. The entry point is opening up to receiving the money that you desire. So we use money as an activator. Yes, money. Yes, we want to welcome it in because you want it, because you desire it, because you want to experience it. And yes, money is an activator. It is a portal. It is a process of helping you to grow, to evolve, to heal, to learn, to unlearn. It's taking you on the most exciting adventure ever. And this money manifestation mastery process is designed to connect you to your power, to the power to create, to the power to make money, create money, and receive money. And in order to activate your ability to receive money, to manifest money, we need to release those money blocks, those wounds of separation that come from lack, scarcity, and not enough, and help you to tap into a deeper, richer part of yourself that is a natural creator. So this is part of the process. This is part of the inner game for the outer wealth creation. The inner shifts that you need to make in order to create that wealth and see that money land into your bank account. So on the surface level, you'll know that you have a block to receiving based on the physical results in your life. So look at your financial reality. For a lot of people, they get to a place where they're making money in their business. They might be making large amounts of money in their business. To the outside world, they look like a success. But if you go inside of businesses and inside of the financial reality of many business owners, we see a different thing. And so what I love to do is look at the physical reality of finances and of business to give data, to give information of what's going on a deeper level. So the surface level problems that are showing up financially or in business are symptoms of a much deeper process going on. So if you can look at the data from a place of the witness, the observer, free of judgment or self-criticism, there's a wealth of information here for you. Look at your financial reality, and there will be a wealth of information for you to uncover and discover. So receiving blocks to receiving are the place to begin, because one of the ways that shows up that I've seen in the business owners that I work with and speak with, it shows up in lots of ways, and it's quite slippery because it's not always evident. But receiving blocks will show up for some business owners as money coming in and money going out, right? Can't seem to hold on to it. It's like a hot potato, getting rid of it as soon as it comes in. So you might make money and then you find that money just disappears. Or consumer debt, right? Money's coming in, but you're spending money, right? Same thing, almost trying to get rid of it as soon as it comes in. Not knowing how to hold it, not knowing how to grow it, not knowing how to look after it and nurture it. Blocks to receiving money also will show up in your ability to stay present with it. So how comfortable are you looking at your accounts, looking at your statements? Do you have a spreadsheet that you can see all of your account information on? Or do you kind of turn a blind eye and give that to someone else or ignore it? Those are some of the ways that blocks to receiving money can show up in your life, for example. But on an inner game, blocks to receiving will show up as having business owners really in a place of hustle, of striving really hard, from a place of grinding. And on the inner game of your experience with business and making money, blocks to receiving money can show up in the belief that you have to hustle for money. There's a pushing and a forcing, making things happen, the grind, that you're going to have to work really hard in order to make that money. Now, of course, you can work hard, but it's really about your beliefs around working hard for money. So blocks to receiving money may have you believe you have to work really, really hard in order to deserve or earn that money. That's one of the ways that money blocks or receiving blocks can show up, for example. And if you go a little bit deeper, blocks to receiving will also show up in feeling alone, unsupported, feeling like you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders, that you're the only one that can do things, and it stops you from being supported. There are different levels and layers in which blocks to receiving can show up. On the surface level of your business and your finances, on your relationship with your business and finances, and, how you're feeling in those deep, dark moments when you get really honest with yourself, feeling lonely, feeling alone in the world. So there's different levels and layers, and I like to go right down to the roots, to the deep, dark roots, to understand what is at the very core of these blocks to receiving. And it can take time to understand the deeper, richer roots of the wound of the core of your blocks to receiving. And this is part of the adventure of money manifestation mastery is getting to know yourself as you cycle through this process, your relationship with money, your experience of money, and what that's showing you on a much deeper, richer level. Before you can get to the deepest depths, first you need to look at the surface and see what are the symptoms and what are the symptoms showing you about a much deeper process going on. So you'll know you have a block to receiving based on the results that you're experiencing in your finances and your business. And then we take that, we look at it, and we go deeper. Receiving money is a very rich and profound process. It's a deep and transformational process. And it's a journey. It's not a quick fix thing, although there's things you can do to shift your blocks to receiving relatively quickly. But this is also about creating new habits and learning a new skill. So please be patient with yourself. When we're looking at receiving money, the inner activation, the inner process for this is looking at yourself. We want money. You want the thing. You want that thing that is outside of you or seemingly outside of you. And the inner game activation for wanting to get the external result is to go within and see how your external reality is mirroring your internal reality. So in order to step into money manifestation mastery, you don't look outside of yourself, you go in. And what I found with the block to receiving and the journey of learning how to receive money is mirrored in an aspect of yourself, a part of yourself that you can't receive, or a part of yourself that you have shut off from. And learning to receive money is learning to receive yourself, who you are in the deepest depths of your being, who you are in the highest heights, your greatest love, your power, your passion, your vulnerability, your sensitivity, the part of yourself that you hide from the world, and the part of yourself that you may even hide from yourself. So this is what I call shadow work, where we have to go deep into the shadows, deep into the unconscious parts of yourself that you've separated from a long time ago. So the inner activation of receiving this money is receiving yourself. And when you can receive yourself, you can receive that money. Because receiving money and receiving yourself is also about receiving life, being here fully in life. All of you here in your body, all of you here in your business, all of you here in your bank account, your full presence, because your presence is your power. So what blocks you from fully receiving this money? What stops you from fully receiving yourself? Well, this is where we come back to your money blocks, patterns of protection, patterns that keep you in separation between yourself and others, between yourself and life, between yourself and money. And what I found is when we go deeper and deeper into the money blocks, we're really looking at core trauma patterns that often were developed a very long time ago, down your ancestral line even, but also may have been developed in your life. Somewhere at some point you decided it wasn't safe. Or I'm not safe to be me. I have to shut down a part of myself and protect myself from life and from others. Mostly that is done unconsciously. A lot of that comes from our family of origin, from how you were raised. It's cultural. It's ancestral, it's deep and rich. And this has been the area that I've been deep diving in for many, many years. And this is why it's so exciting, because there's so much to uncover and discover about yourself. And at its essence, Receiving this money is learning to receive all of life and is learning to receive all of you, which is the greatest adventure of all. Because as you pull back those layers of protection, as you release and transform your money blocks, you are connecting to new levels of yourself in the physical world, in life. And on a soul level, I believe that that's what we're really here for, is to experience physical reality, what it means to be alive in a body on this planet at this time, to enjoy life, to experience the full spectrum, the full rainbow of existence, which includes the full spectrum of feelings, the full spectrum of emotions. It includes pleasure and it includes pain. It includes life and it includes death. It includes gain and wins and it includes loss and failure. And that really is the full riches of life. And yet we have natural patterns of protection. Our survival brain kicks in anytime we feel under threat or under attack, or there's a risk of loss or a risk of rejection or a risk of failure, a risk of being hurt. And naturally, you want to protect yourself from pain. And yet what I found is pain avoidance is one of the biggest money blocks, because in order to move forward and create that wealthy future, you are going to have to go through what I lovingly call pain portals to prosperity, to face your fears, face your pain, take some risks. But you want to do that in as safe a way as possible and get clear on what is it that you actually want and know why you want it. And then be willing to take that, what can feel very scary, risks forward in order to get what you want. So what's so fascinating to me is you'll say, of course I want this money. Of course I want these business results. Of course I want this success. Of course I want this love and lifestyle. But your body, your brain, your nervous system will also tell you that the very thing you want is also dangerous, is risky. So there's a part of you that wants it, and then the part of you that's protecting yourself against it. And so this is where we introduce the Rewire to Receive, where we need to teach your brain, teach your body, teach your nervous system, teach all of you that it is safe to receive, that you are allowed to receive. When you feel worthy, when you feel deserving, when you feel safe, your body will open naturally and step into your true nature, which is connection. Your true nature is to be connected to life, receiving from life. Receiving money is like receiving the inhale. You have to inhale to exhale, right? To give and to receive needs to be flowing. And yet when it comes to your money blocks and your patterns of protection, it's like you want to exhale without inhaling or inhaling without exhaling. It's just not possible. And it's not your true nature. Your true nature is to be fully open to life. When you feel safe and secure and supported with full permission to be all of you, you open, you blossom, you draw up energy, right? Like the roots of the trees drawing up. The tree doesn't ask, am I worthy? Am I deserving? Am I allowed? Is it safe? It just does. It's its true nature to draw energy up through its roots, up into the trunk. And the flower doesn't ask, am I worthy? Am I deserving? Am I safe to blossom? The flower just blossoms in its beautiful vulnerability. Those petals are so vulnerable, but it risks being its full expression to reach the light, to reach life, to co-create with life. And your body is not that dissimilar. So this is why you want deep, rich roots drawing up from life, opening up to receive so that you can blossom. You can fully share who you are and share your gifts and share your joy and share your love, share your full authentic self, which is very vulnerable, but also very, very powerful. And that creates a magnetism drawing towards you, like the bee to the flower. But in order to activate that capacity to receive and draw towards you, your natural ability to breathe life in, to breathe money in, to draw towards you, you need to wake up that part of you that knows how to do this. And currently, this part of you is under a lot of protection that create barriers of separation, like walls all around you. And so you need to keep working on transforming these money blocks and letting them go and releasing them and risking day in, day out to open up to receive, and learn to hold those parts of you that don't feel safe to receive. So I say, hold yourself, hold your wealth. There is an interconnectedness between your capacity to hold yourself, create safety for yourself, love yourself, value yourself, honor yourself, listen to yourself, and your capacity to do that with money in a way that feels really good, nurturing, fulfilling, and enriching. So rewiring to receive. Receiving money at its core is about receiving all of you, creating safety to be all of you in life, and opening up to receive from all of life in a way that's deeply honoring yourself. That doesn't mean not having any boundaries, but it also means knowing how to receive that which you really want and how to get clear on what that is and allowing it in. It doesn't mean you have to let absolutely everything in, but if you are fundamentally safe and secure in who you are and in life, then you don't need to use all of that energy protecting and defending, hiding yourself and who you are. But that's the risk. That's the risk, because we feel so deeply. We feel so deeply. So, rewire to receive is a deep, beautiful, rich process that is calling you deeper into life, deeper into yourself, deeper into your body. And from that place, it allows you to show up more deeply in your business from a full, authentic, whole human being. So you can lead that heart, body, soul aligned wealth. You need to be embodying it, being it, living it. And that ripples out into your bank account, ripples out into your finances, and sends ripples, if not waves, out into the world around you. But you have to start within. And it's going to be perfectly imperfect. There's going to be failure each and every day. You're going to open, then you're going to contract. You're going to receive, then you're going to reject. And so this really, truly is a practice, a daily practice, a discipline. And slowly but surely, right, through taking consistent aligned action, you start to gather data and evidence and proof that, maybe, just maybe I'm safe. Maybe, just maybe it's safe to receive. And expanding your capacity to receive one day at a time, one step at a time, one breath at a time. And your job is to call yourself back into a place of receiving when you notice yourself shut down, pull away, reject, contract, judge. You need to be the witness of where you're creating separation between yourself and what you want, between yourself and money, between yourself and your desired outcome. So, don't expect perfection. Don't expect to nail it immediately. This is a practice. This is a process. Expanding your capacity to receive. Radical receiving for revolutionary riches is what I call this process. And we're in this together, one step at a time. So to get clear on your receiving blocks, connect to the amount of money that you want and ask yourself, what is stopping me or blocking me from receiving this amount of money? Be aware of your money blocks, that frontline defense, those walls of separation, and ask, what part of myself do I have to receive in order to receive this money? What part of myself do I need to receive to activate my capacity to receive this wealth? The outer wealth mirroring the inner wealth. And go and find that part of you. This part has been in separation, has been in pain, has been alone. We need to go scoop them up, bring them back into life one step at a time. Stay curious, stay open, breathe deep breaths down to this part of yourself, and know this is a process. It's a beautiful one. Stay present with yourself. Keep breathing through all the feelings that come up. We're going to scoop this part of you up, bring this part of you back into life so you can truly lead from your wealth and be a whole, integrated, authentic human being, leader, business owner, and great conscious creator of wealth in this world. Thank you for joining us for today's deep, rich conversation, Rewire to Receive. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you've been getting value from this podcast, I would love to ask you to take a minute to follow or subscribe, and please leave a review. This helps other people to find this podcast and benefit from this content as well. Thank you so much. And if you would like to dive even deeper and find out where your blocks to receiving are, what's stopping you or blocking you from welcoming that money, manifesting that money in your business and your bank account, I'd love to invite you to a very special opportunity to apply for a free money manifestation breakthrough session. This is for big-hearted business owners and entrepreneurs ready to bust through your unconscious blocks and step into that next level of heart, body, soul aligned wealth, leadership, business, and financial success, aligned with what you want. So visit the show notes below, larawaldman.com, to book in and apply for one of these powerful money manifestation mastery sessions. And we look forward to having a deep dive with you very soon. I look forward to being with you again next time.